Hello guys, and welcome to my video. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing this halo smoky-ish eye today using a lot of mauve colors. My whole look is a lot of mauve colors, and I love that color. Perfect for fall. So for today, I'm trying out the new Master palette by Mario in collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. When I saw his palette, I was like, I have to have it. I have to. So I have like an IOU to my sister who very graciously decided to buy this for me so that I could try it out. And it was just, I can't even. I love this palette. There's so many neutral shades, and it seems intimidating at first to purchase it because there are a lot of shades that look really similar, and there are only 3 out of the 12 colors that are matte. So the rest are shimmer colors, but I honestly feel like this palette is perfect for anything between day to nighttime looks. Like, I feel like you could go really glam with these colors, or you could stay really neutral and just pop one color on the lid or whatever and you're good. So I feel like this palette is actually more versatile than it looks. I didn't know if I wanted to buy it when I was in Sephora. I walked around for a long time and I was like, do I need this? Because I do have 2 other palettes. They have more matte shades. In the end, I decided to buy it, and just from this one makeup look alone, I'm already in love with it because I just feel like there's so much that you can do with it. Anyway, I'm blabbering, but I love this palette so far. And if you guys are interested in how I achieved this makeup look right here, go ahead and keep watching and I'll finally get started with the tutorial. Alrighty guys, so let's get started. So today I'm not wearing my contacts. My eyes have been bothering me lately, so I just feel like it's better to just go with my natural brown. For today's makeup look, I'm super excited because I'm going to be trying out the Master palette by Mario from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is a special edition palette, and it's limited edition, so it's not going to be around forever. So I'm super excited to try it. It looks so beautiful. I already went in onto my lid with concealer. It was a pretty light concealer, but I went from lid to brow bone, so that's already set with a powder. I don't have a look planned or anything like that, but I'm going to start off with this shade right here, which is the shade Isabelle. And from what I know about this palette, he named every color either from a city that really inspired him or a person that really inspired him, a woman specifically that really inspired his life or changed his life or something along those lines. By the way, this is in collaboration with Makeup by Mario, who is largely known for being one of Kim Kardashian's makeup artists, and he's amazing. He is so good. And he shares a lot of work from other makeup artists, smaller makeup artists, and I think that's amazing too when someone so large is also supporting the smaller community. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm excited to try this. I'm rambling on and on, but it's pretty much just a first impression for me because I have not used this yet, and I'm very excited to. So I'm going to start off with the shade Isabelle, and I'm going to use this as my transition color. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush into that color and just use that above the crease. Next, I want to get into somewhat of a halo shape. So I'm going to get into this brown color here, and that's in the color, well, I would pronounce it Violetta, but Violetta. I just dropped the whole palette. So what I'm going to do with this is take it into the outer corner and into the inner corner here. So using a fluffy brush, but with more density, I'm just going to pack it here onto the outside. And I'm also going to pack it into the inside. I also want to dip into the color NYC before I blend that in. So that is this darker purple shade here, and I just want to take the smallest bit of that and see how it combines with the brown color. I'm going to take it into the outer corner of the halo shape. And I also want to take it here right into the middle. I'm going to take some more of the color Isabella, which was the transition shade, and I'm just going to blend those in. Next, I'm going to take a flatter brush and I'm going to spray just a bit of MAC Fix Plus on there. And I want to get into the color Muse. So I'm going to take the color Muse right into the middle. I want to go back in with the color NYC, smallest bit on the brush, and just blend that in with the color Muse. For the very middle color, I'm going to take this color here, which is the color Marina, and I'm just going to put that right into the middle of the Muse color. For the inner corner highlight, that's when I'm going to use the color Fifth Avenue. I want to take a more subtle color because that is a pretty bright gold. So I'm going to get into the color Marina, which is the one that I put right into the middle of the lid. So since I always do a big wing with my looks, today I am just going to apply enough eyeliner to hide my lash band for the false lashes that I'm going to use, but I'm not actually going to do a wing or anything. I'm just going to apply some to hide the lash band. Alright, so I have just enough eyeliner to hide my band for my false lashes. So next I'm just going to take a little bit of mascara, careful not to get it on my eyeshadow. And I'm just going to get my lashes ready for false lashes. For today's lashes, I'm going to go in with my favorites. These are the House of Lashes Iconics. Alright guys, so I have my lashes on. Of course, it looks funny because I have nothing else on my face. So let's move on to foundation. So for my foundation, I'm going to go into my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, and I'm in the shade 228. So I'm going to speed through this since I do my foundation on camera quite often. Of course, off camera, I did go in with my Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm as my primer, and I did also go in with my NYX HD Concealer Corrector in the shade Medium. I actually think that I might have put one lash too far. I think this one's too far to the left. So if you guys notice that, just pretend it didn't happen. Next, I'm going to go in with my concealer. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Instant Age Rewind in medium. And I'm also going to take the Maybelline Fit Me in medium as well. I'm also going to take the Fit Me one to highlight. And I'm just going to blend that in. Next, I'm going to set that with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. So next I want to finish up the rest of the eyes. I'm going to take my NYX Wonder Pencil and I'm going to take this right into the waterline just to give your eye just more dimension. Alright, so next I'm going to get back into the palette and I'm going to take Muse right into the center of the lower lid, and I'm going to take a mixture of Violetta and NYC around that. And then using the other side of this brush, I'm going to get into that same color Isabel, which was that orange color. And I'm just going to smoke that out right underneath. Alright, I'm going to go back in with the NYX Wonder Pencil, just back into the waterline here. Final step for the eyes, I'm going to take my Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, and I'm going to apply that on the lower lash line. Alright, so with the eyes done, I'm going to move on to contour. So I'm going to get into a mixture of my Smashbox Contour Kit and my e.l.f. bronzer palette. So I'm going to take the darkest shade from my contour kit, as I have been lately, and I'm just going to put that into the hollows of my cheeks. I'm going to take some of that onto the forehead as well. So next I'm going to take the smallest bit of blush, and I'm just going to apply that onto the apples of my cheeks. Next I want to use these shimmer colors for the highlight today. So I'm going to get into the color Fifth Avenue right here, and using this tiny little buffer brush, and I'm just going to take that down, down my nose here. Finally, we're gonna get into lip color. So I'm gonna use my favorite lip pencil. This is in the color Whirl, and it's from MAC, and I'm just going to line my lips with this. With that lip pencil in, I'm next going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in this shade Veronica. And this is my favorite fall color. I just think it's so perfect. Not too dark, but also not too light. Just the perfect shade. Alrighty guys, so with the lipstick in, that is the end of today's tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed this halo Mauve kind of eye look, I guess. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup look, and I just wanted to say that I love this palette. I think that this palette could be used year-round, and these neutral shades are just beautiful, and you can do so much with them. I already am thinking of other looks that you can do with this same palette. So if you're looking to buy a palette, I think this one's a great one. And even though it was kind of intimidating only having shimmery shades, I think the 3 matte ones that they do have are pretty good for, they're pretty versatile, so you can do a lot of looks. So I really love this palette, and I am so excited to play with it some more. I hope that you guys like this makeup look, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.